What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning into this episode of EnglishTurks, where I review your favorite Turkish series with and without English subtitles. Today, guys, I'm in a new setting, and that's just because I am at a friend's house, and I still wanted to get the video out there as soon as possible, and so I decided to film in front of their beautiful Christmas tree. And for those of you that do celebrate Christmas, hey, Merry Christmas. And for those of you that don't, please don't be offended. This is just an American holiday. So I wanted to talk to you guys about just the craziness that happened this week and the craziness we are to expect for the coming week. Now, don't forget to click that like button so that you can help the YouTube algorithm to push this video. And also, if you haven't done so yet, click that subscribe button so we can become friends and talk about Dizis together. Do you know something? The other day, I was actually with a friend and we were walking in a store and we were talking about a TV show that I tried to get her interested in, and that, you know, she never got interested in. I tried to get my sister interested in it. None of them ever got interested in it. And so then I ended up having my own solo party, and I thought about it, and this is what I love about having this channel and being able to reach out with you Ablas out there and all of you friends out there that love to watch Turkish series too, because no one in my immediate environment loves Turkish series. So I am glad that I get to share that with you guys out there and talk with you guys in the comments. So please feel free to click that subscribe button. Now let's get to the Dizi. I want to start with Sen Çal Kapimi, not the episode that just aired yesterday, but the episode that aired last week. I did do a review for this show and finally was able to get the video up online because it just kept getting copyrighted, so I couldn't get it up online, but I did get it up. So if you happen to see it, check it out. One thing I will say about Sen Çal Kapimi is that basically Ada, God bless her, she does not stick to any promises she makes to herself and that she's gonna change and do all of that. And it's so funny because they did their normal Instagram live, and it's so funny because he said it in the Instagram live. He's like, well, if Kerem, who plays Serkan, he said, like, if Eda would only keep her promises and actually stick to what she's gonna do, then I mean a whole lot wouldn't be happening. And so I'm glad that someone on set realizes what we all are thinking in our minds. But yeah, and so we have Efe that's leaving, and we have Celine who did whatever she did to cause them to not be able to have food with each other. I don't know what has happened in the next episode, but I am going to watch that later on today. Let's keep it moving to Menajerimi Ara. Guys, I love this show. And so this episode that just aired last week, she actually ended up telling Amir off because he's like, oh, I know you got nothing going on with Badish. And she's like, I ain't got nothing going on with you either. And I'm like, oh, girlfriend, I mean, Eda needs to take a page out of your dictionary. But anyway, yeah. So both guys are still running after her, but yet she is still trying to keep her professionalism. And so she was offered a job by the Serkan from this show. And we all know she's not going to accept it. I said it in the podcast. She's not going to accept the show because she wants to go back and work for Ego Agency. So she'll be doing that. But Beren has moved to the other company, and so I mean a lot of stuff has been going on. We'll see what happens in the next Dizi because it looks like some things are going to be coming up to light. That should be airing this afternoon. Hopefully I'll have this posted before it airs. We'll see. Okay, so the next Dizi that we watched was Sefirin Kizi. Guys, let's have a moment of silence for Loki. I did the same thing in the podcast. Loki, man, I loved his character. I don't know why, but I really love Loki, and I'm so sad that he had to die by the hands of that wicked witch of a doctor. But I mean, maybe she's gonna change sides, so let me not call her a witch. But I mean, just to kill a man with no problem like that, she's got to be related to Akin, because Akin would do some weird thing like that. But anyway, yeah, so things are getting closer and closer to the truth. One thing that I didn't like is that everyone is disregarding the older aunt because she wants to go see Menagerie, but they're disregarding her. They're not taking her to see. And then they're also just believing everything that Kariman said. I don't understand why he did that, but yeah, it's just weird. I mean, and also I thought it was a little bit much that Nare could not stand up and be like, listen, baby girl, I gotta go with your aunt because we gotta take care of this divorce and then I'll be back. Like, why did the whole thing have to happen just then, this whole bath thing? That didn't have to happen just then. Like, seriously, that was an out of the blue decision, and she act like Melek was gonna fall apart if her mother didn't do this bath. Come on now. But anyway, it did postpone Elvan's divorce, and so now she's still married to that wackadoo Yaya, who actually, I mean, I feel like he has some mental disability or something. Like, he has to be some kind of slow because, I mean, gosh, I'm gonna erase that. There's something not all the way there with Yaya because, like, he just falls for anything. He stands for nothing and falls for everything. And Dudu can do whatever she wants and he falls for it. But you know what? Elvan is right. You know, they have no true attraction to each other. But he does have kind of like an attraction to Dudu. But please let him get with Dudu. Please let him be a fool and get with Dudu so we can all find out that he can't have no kids. I'm just saying. Anyway, moving on. Let's go to Missoula Apartmani. Guys, Gulben, she's doing some crazy stuff, folks. I mean, she done pushed Ezra through the glass. I thought it was a little unrealistic that she didn't get like really hurt from all that glass falling on her. Like, seriously, she should have been hurt. But I mean, Gulben was happy that she didn't pee on herself, which is kind of odd. Like, I can see in Khan's face, like, he's like, really? Like, I get it, but like, really? You pushed the girl through glass. So she ended up going to the police station, and Khan is watching this from afar because he is going to have to intervene, but we don't know how. But you know what? Man, I can't wait to see the next episode because I kind of heard like maybe Asa is the one that complained on her, but maybe Ezra's the one that complained. I don't know, but Ezra needs to stop playing games. She's playing games with Asa, and hopefully seeing how Asa has had her back, she's not going to go back to this radio show person, you know, her boss. She's not going to go back into a secret relationship with him, and that she will actually acknowledge Asa. But don't be with Asa out of spite for Gulben, just please. But also, all the relationships are a little bit confused because, you know, like NJ and Ezra now have issues, and Asa and Han now have issues. Is it going to become a double-edged sword? Like, are they both going to have issues now? Who knows? We'll find out in the next Dizi. Okay, so we've talked about like the first 4 Dizis. Let's go to Dogdugun Ev Kaderindir, guys. Yo, man. That thing was haunting me for a few days after watching that, just to see the way Mujgan passed away. And I think what made it even harder was the disclaimer that they put on the end. I said it in my podcast because, you know, the disclaimer said, you know, this is for all the women who've ever died at the hands of, you know, this kind of stuff, and that, you know, praying that no woman ever has to go through that again, and that we can protect women and stuff like that. Man, that thing killed me on the inside because, man, people do things like that. And even though we didn't like Mujgan because she used to do some shady stuff, man, but the way she died, I don't think she deserved that. And so we know in the next episode, everyone's going to be going to the funeral. Something's going to happen between Mehdi and Zainab. We don't really know, but Mehdi has really gone off the ringer because he's being two-faced right now. He's showing Zainab one thing, but he's doing a whole nother thing in the background, like taking her passport, like talking down to Dalada for getting the violin from Badish, for renting the home, you know, right there. Like, he's doing everything in his power to be closer, but it's more like an obsession than like a respect, and not really truly trying to change. He's still trying to find some control. Like, even like going to her house and picking her up to take her to work, and then trying to show out in front of Badish, and then at the same time coming at the end of the day to try to pick her up to take her home, but thankfully they gave her a car, which I think Badish did that on purpose. Like, I get it that they're gonna get a car from the company, but I feel like Badish did that day because of what Mehdi did. So it's kind of like they're playing games with her. And So yeah, I don't know like if Zainab's gonna end up going out of town with Badish, or if she's gonna get the call that the sister passed, and so that she's gonna stay and she's gonna be with Mehdi. And man, the way Mehdi be pleading for her, man, that be getting me. But still doesn't make him right for what he did or any of the stuff that he's doing. But yeah, man, we're gonna have to go through that funeral next week. It's gonna be sad, man. R.I.P. Mujgan. You were terrible. You were a terrible, terrible person in some ways, but you loved Mehdi and your sister so much that you just wanted everything to revolve around you guys in this home. But at least she got to say goodbye so many ways. I knew it was going to end terribly, but at least she got to say goodbye to her brother. She got to see her mom, you know, she got to see her sister. She didn't get to see her niece. But she did say goodbye to Delara and stuff. So yeah, man, it's heartbreaking, man. That thing haunted me. I was like having nightmares about that. That's really sad. But anyway, let's keep it moving, guys. Let's talk about Sol Yanim. I don't get me wrong, man. I love Özge no matter what. I'm a ride or die fan, okay? To me, she is like Demet to me, man. I'm a ride or die. But the show writers, I feel like they need to get some new writers, because the show is very jumbled. You know, a lot of stuff is happening, but it has no background. It's unnecessary, you know. The only thing that has a little bit of depth to it is the issues that this guy is dealing with. The actor's name is Topa. I don't know. The character's name is coming out of my mind. But the main guy, he's going through some issues because it seems like he was abused when he was younger. And so now he's dealing with that abuse in weird ways. He doesn't like people touching him. He also is having some kind of intimate affair, like an affair with an older woman. And so, yeah, he's dealing with some issues. And I think that is like a good, like, it's not good in what it is, but it's good in how they are telling that story, like how that story is coming about. I think that's the only solid thing about this show. Everything else is kind of wishy-washy. I kind of skipped through the scenes with her and her mother because, I mean, it's just, to me, it's unnecessary. The scenes that I don't skip is with the stepmother, because she seems to be a very big villain in this. But yeah, the stuff with the main girl Özge, which I think her character's name is Sefer, all that she's dealing with, I watch with her and the guys in the school and everything, but I don't really care too much for her mother's scenes with the dealing with the loss of the son. It's just, it's boring. I'm sorry. I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, but it's boring. But anyway, let's keep it moving. I want to talk a little bit about Legacy. I love that show, guys. And so this week, she has gone through some issues with Yaman, because he did things that ended up getting her arrested, and so she has all the right to be offended and to be hurt by that, and so she's really giving him the cold shoulder. Another thing that Ada from Sen Çal Kapimi, she needs to take a page out of this notebook. But yeah, so Seher, she's just dealing with that, and her and Yaman end up going to this apartment that he got for them so that it could look like she's living there with Yusuf, while the inspector comes to just, you know, see how everything is going. But then she immediately returned back to his house at the end of the episode, and she says she's doing all of this for Yusuf. But it's obvious that, you know, she didn't even tell on him, that she had the proof on him and all that stuff. She didn't do any of that. But I don't know, can the police still do something if she's not willing to make a complaint? Maybe they can, I don't know. But yeah, so they're doing with that. But my favorite thing about this show, I'm sorry guys, but I am absolutely loving Kiraz and Ali, man. They're giving me the vibes. They really giving me the vibes. I don't know. But yeah, Kiraz and Ali, man. So she ends up getting shot trying to protect Ali, and then by her brother. But now, like, at the end of this week, she like cut ties with her brother. You're no longer my brother. But it just, you could see all the love in Ali's eyes. And for Kiraz, I mean, it's like she knows, but then at the same time, we don't know too much about exactly how Kiraz feels. And I think that's what we're going to get closer to. Begum is starting to see this, and so is the aunt. The aunt is seeing this. And so, like, I'm excited to see how their story turns out, but I'm also excited to see how Seher and Yaman are going. I think, like, I want to see what's going to happen with these two in the next couple of episodes. Hopefully there's a wedding coming up. Somebody's got to get married, please. If it's not Seher and Yaman, at least Kiraz and Ali, someone get married. But then let's keep it moving. So as you guys know, I had taken a pause on watching Cocukluk, but somebody who commented under one of the videos kind of got me inspired to get back into watching it, because I do love the show. And so I did watch episode 4, because that's the episode that I had kind of like delayed watching, and then I haven't watched since. So I did watch Cocukluk episode 4. It was a good episode. It's the one with the blue girl that's covered in blue. She seems to be going through a lot of social issues and trying to be accepted and loved by others, and so they went through a lot, like going to jail and all of that stuff. And so it was a very good episode, very good one. I'm gonna keep watching. I'm gonna catch up till we get right back on track with the weeks as it airs. And so yeah, absolutely love that. And then also her Shy, I want to watch it, but I don't know where to start, because I feel like I need to start somewhere where I can get enough context to get to where we are today, because they've been telling me like, yo, it's getting really good. And so I stopped watching it because of all the redundant yelling. Everybody's just yelling at each other. There's never any real violence. It's just yell, 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 go home. Yell, 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 go home. And it just got redundant. So I just stopped watching it. But so I'll tell you guys, and then if you watch this, let me know in the comments below where I could probably start. That would give me enough context. I stopped watching when her father got hurt not at their mansion, but at the other mansion, like at Babane's mansion. He got hurt there somewhere, and so they took him to the hospital, and then I haven't watched since then. So if you know an episode that I can get to and just start watching from there, I would be so grateful, because then I'll just start watching from that point, because I don't want to watch all the in-between. It's too long, too redundant, and I'm really proud of the show that it's still gone for so long. Like, that's really good. They've got a lot of episodes under their belt. So we'll see what happens, especially that it's 2 hours long. I don't know who said it. One of the actors said, like, it was Kerem from Sen Çal Kapimi, who plays Serkan. He said that Turkey is one of the only places in the world where the episodes are 2 hours long. He's like, everyone else is 30, 40 minutes, an hour, but in Turkey, they do 2 hours. And so he also said that we should acknowledge more the people that work behind the scenes. So thank you to all of those people out there that work so hard behind the scenes to give us these amazing shows. And thank you guys for watching this channel and helping to grow this whole thing. And I hope you guys have a great holiday. I'm going to be posting my reviews as normal, and I'm also posting the podcast on this YouTube channel as well, so you can watch it on here. If you don't have Spotify, Apple Play, or Google Play, or any of those things, then you can always watch it on YouTube. So don't forget, click that like button and click that subscribe button, and that bell, that beautiful bell, so that you're notified every time I post another video. And I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.